Morning, everybody. Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project and a bunch of other channels. Day 4. It is starting to melt. It's only 16 degrees. That might be 20 by now. It was 13 last night, and there was not a single bit of reduction of ice at all in 4 days and 3 nights. Trees were still breaking and cracking and smashing up this morning. Let's go around and look at the damages. By the way, there's no infrastructure yet, and they're only just starting to. I saw a road grader pushing trees off the roads a little bit ago, so they're just starting to break through now. It's beautiful, though. It doesn't really show on the camera. It really is not as pretty on the camera. It is beautiful after all the destruction. These white pines are amazing. Now, why I think we're in for the long haul here is because the infrastructure. Oh, I'm gonna get a photo of that. I'll be right back. There's so much damage, and there's so many trees down on the power lines everywhere. I think it's gonna take a week or two to get everybody restored. It could be even longer. It's that bad. It is that bad. So we've got trees on the fence here. Did some damage. We have a tree broke out a large section. We did this cutting yesterday to get out. We had to get, because we knew it was going to freeze last night hard. Otherwise, we weren't going to worry about leaving. They said drive only for emergency. Well, we got diesel and fuel and propane to keep our homes warm for emergency. The one house is fine. The other house, we would have lost the plumbing. So this tree came down. Another piece came down and ripped up the gates. So I've got some work to do here, but that's not the worst of it. Last night I put some ladders up to block people from coming in. Can you see that? That's beautiful. So I'm gonna walk around the corner, I'll pause, and we'll take you down the corner. But I cleared all of this out with a chainsaw yesterday so we could get out. We had to go 50 miles to go get provisions. People I heard were fighting. And what did they say? Myers in Alpena had a generator, and people were actually fighting over stuff, which is sad. But there wasn't anything available in most places. Still isn't. The ice came off the trees is really thick. I'll show you though the most incredible, amazing. How it shows how bad it was, how terrible it was. Until we get there. Oh, I hope that shows up on camera. It is beautiful today because the sun is shining. It is absolutely beautiful. I really hope that shows. I mean, that looks like a crystal chandelier. Does it really? I hope it focuses and shows. It just looks like a beautiful crystal chandelier with the sun shining to it. I hope that shows up. So there's beauty after the storm. Here is part of the problem why we were losing a lot of power. This is not as bad. I couldn't get because we were driving, but some of the power lines were shaped downward in a U shape from the sheer weight of the ice on them. Again, here is not as bad as I've seen. These power lines are still straight, although they're broken off in places. Just this stretch is still okay, still holding. But that is a power line down the road. That is our power. So we won't have power for a while, and it's worse than that. It gets worse in our yard. So I've got some cleaning to do. This is a county road, but it's my trees, so I consider it my responsibility. That's state, but I'll clean that up later too. I'm still not doing anything though until it melts down, because it's still dangerous and trees are still cracking, and if there's a breeze they are falling. Look at that one bowed over in a U, and that's why there's no infrastructure yet. That's why they haven't started even really working on power lines yet and restoration, because it'll kill somebody. It's been too dangerous. We've had continued freezing rain for 3 days and 2 nights. 2 nights. Last night it did not freezing rain. Now, our power line is non-existent here. I don't even see it. Our power line is somewhere in this jumble. I have some emergency reparations to do because somebody can walk right in here. And animals can get in, people can get in, and our animals can get out. But our backyard, let me get a little closer. It's total annihilation. You were not able to see anything into our yards, and when we clean up the broken and dead trees, you will be able to see clearly everything through here. So we're gonna have to put up new fencing for privacy because it's all gone. It is all gone. I have extensive repairs to make. The fencing is destroyed everywhere, so I have extensive repairs to make today. I will not be recording any of that. That happens to be our internet wire, which I don't think is wise how they did it. Oh, there's our power line. I can't see my camera. Can you see the power line? I can't see my camera. There's our power line, and it goes on down, straight down that tree to the ground. So there's our power line, and it's all coiled up in the grass over here. And it's supposed to go up in there some. Whoa! Yeah, it's still coming down. There's another one cracked. So, yeah, it's supposed to go up in here, and it's gone. It's not even connected, and it snapped so hard it flew up into the yard. So, this power line here, we have a utility pole here, and it goes from the top and swoops sharply down and then hangs on the house. I'm afraid it's going to break off the part of the house because of the intense weight of that. All of that one tree is held up, and all the branches of it are held up by that wire. It's going to either snap or something's going to give because it's bad. It's really, really bad. This is why it's so devastating. And multiply this by tens of thousands per tree. And it's thousands of pounds of weight per tree. Some of these branches, when we cut them, we had to cut them small, like just a few feet, because we couldn't move them. Look at this. There's a piece of pine, and look at how caked in ice it is. This was the most severe ice storm I have ever experienced in my life. And the destruction I would equate to the hurricanes I saw in New York, with the amount of trees down and the infrastructure damage and the amount of property damage. We've seen trees on people's homes, on their garages, on their roofs. We've seen pictures of trees going through bedrooms and piercing through the roof and touching the bed between two people where they were sleeping. Another photo we saw where it was pierced through to the foot of the bed, touching the floor. Branches had come down and pierced through the roof and come into the bedroom right where they were sleeping. See how thick that is? It's beautiful, but look, that tiny, tiny, tiny piece of pine tree had all that weight on it. It's just destructive and devastating. I've never experienced such a thing in my whole life. Look at this. There's a tiny little bit of pine tree. Tiny, tiny, but it's amazing it held up that long. It's incredible that it held that long. Look at that, how thick it is. It's just mind-blowing. Yeah, so the destruction and devastation is just out of this world. I've never seen such a thing. I want to get some photos of that. It's beautiful, and it's all going to be gone by the end of today. But tomorrow they're saying it's going to be worse. I don't know if that happens. So, carrying on with our tour, our fence is annihilated. Where's that power line? Well, we don't have to worry about working on clearing the trees in our yard because the power line doesn't even go. Oh, I got phone signal. Phones are sketchy at best. There's most of the time no data. Yeah, there's the power cable. It snapped under such pressure, it coiled up in the yard. So, it goes up over the tree and around. That's our power line. So and this is, multiply this by how many homes there are around here. And the fact that they're gonna have to clean a path to the utility pole in every property. And this is gonna take forever to restore. It's just so much destruction, it's gonna take forever. I think it's gonna be a week or two before some people have power. Fences broke down there, broken. I mean, it goes on and on and on. There, I guess that's where, oh yeah, that's where our power used to come from. Right up in there, I can see the lines where they pulled out, they snapped out. There's no live wires anywhere at all anyway. So they're gonna have to clear that off. And all along here, I'm not gonna go into details. I wanna keep this all a little bit secure and you know, off camera, but I've got some repairs to do and it has to be done today for our own safety. Let me go down and see how bad it is here. Although, what am I worried about? This video you're not gonna see for days after. By the time you see this video, it'll be done. Because there's no internet. There's nothing for miles. And we have phone signal occasionally, but there's no internet, and there won't be. So now there's another tree down. It got worse. This is Carroll Road, and I'm not going to try to venture down through there yet. It's just because of the danger, but later today I'll be able to get through here. But you can see it's plugged. It's really plugged.